From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
By 20, 17, 17, 17. Check.
Here's the third-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. Touchdown, LA! Darrell Henderson, his sixth touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The second-year man for USC, this is Ronald Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
No. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Check 26, check.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. Goff's throw here finds Woods, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Value 3.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Hey, lift!
Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Wentz going to throw. Now he's flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Goff. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. They'll run on first down. Henderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And Woods has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. first down. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's a gain of 3.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Watch left.
Stop. 40-yard line.
Goff on first down. And that's caught. It's Hogan.
Goff's pass. Complete to Chris Hogan. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week. Because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abuka in there to drop him. At sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Goff's throw into the hands of Henderson, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
From the 44, Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Jim.
To try again after the sack. Goff airing it out deep for Woods. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. It's caught. It's Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now Wentz. Completes it to Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Wentz now on third and goal. Being chased out, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Gay's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive in the third quarter. On first down, Henderson. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is Miller, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to fourth down. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Levante David, the Bucs leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
180.
Throwing on second down. Goff. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz, it's complete, it's Miller. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The Bucs on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to throw. Goff. And Woods has it complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. On the carry is Henderson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on first down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Henderson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Like 20.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for L.A.,